It was very apparent to everyone that I had a weight problem. I was 24. I weighed over 425 pounds. I say over because that was the largest number I saw on a scale. I think being overweight, there's a stigma. I mean, I did try to go out and do things. I wasn't one of those people that just lived in their apartment and never talked to anyone. They didn't get it that I was still a person. People just saw oh, she's just fat. And I think there's a real stigma with that because it gets people away from who you actually are. For me, I was a big emotional eater. I remember when I did see the 425 on the scale, I was at a friend's house, and then I think we proceeded to eat tons of chocolate cake and watch TV. And that's how I dealt with that feeling. Some people get emotional and they turn to alcohol. I got emotional and turned to food. I remember I was just exhausted. I can't believe I feel this bad. And you have that thought if I feel this bad at 24, what am I gonna feel like at 30? And then you have to have a thought when you're that heavy that, will I make it to 30? This is not what a 24-year-old should be thinking about their life. That was one of those aha moments okay, I have to be the one to do it. Either it's now or never. I had it in my mind that I was gonna join the Y. I guess you kind of realize in a process like this how many blessings there were. The person at the front desk greeted me, was very nice, was very genuine about me being there. The membership person gave me a tour, and she was excited that I was eager to try something and, with my struggle to lose weight. And, everyone from the people in the wellness center, I mean, within a week they knew my name. For a person who probably weighs 450, at least over 425, the reaction of people was very encouraging, and I think that's something I really needed. It was probably the hardest 5 minutes of working out I'd ever done in my life at that point in time. He gave me specific exercises to do, so that kind of set me off on the right path. That gave me the confidence to go in and say, okay, well, I know how to use these machines, I can use them. At first it was a half hour, but I just knew I had to make it consistent. I live a mile from the Y, so typically my warm-up will be running to the Y, and then my cool down is a brisk walk or run home. And then I got a brilliant idea that even though I still had probably well over 100 pounds to lose, I was gonna run a triathlon. Everyone at the connection desk knew, that I was doing this and that it was going to be, a big deal for me. You had people who took notice of those little milestones and, cheered you on when you hit those. I lost 200 pounds in 2 years. My 2-year anniversary was actually when I ran my first triathlon. Literally 3 weeks from the day that I signed up at the YMCA. Everyone at the front desk, they knew I was running races. So then I run a race, and of course I have to bring in my race bling, as I call it, and my big old medal, and show them that hey, look what I did. I ran a half marathon this weekend. They all just get super, super excited. If I can inspire people to make the decision for themselves, and I guess know that there are people out there who've done it, that's a good thing. The hardest thing is that even if you have a support system of friends and family, if you have a lot to lose, people don't get that. And they're very supportive. I mean, I have a wonderful family, I have a great group of friends, and they were just you're awesome, keep going. But to really have people that can connect with you about being at a point in your life where your weight was more debilitating than anything else, and seeing that it is possible without bariatric surgery, without, physically through a surgery process altering your body, that you can get healthy. I think if people can take that away from my story, then that's a great thing.